You guys like Dakota RTs? Today's video we're working on Dakota RT that we were building earlier on in this channel, and we're working on it again today, so stay tuned. Okay, so welcome to the channel, you guys, and if you guys have been following along for a little bit, we have moved our Hellcat swap into the corner with everything, and today we're gonna spend the day working on Jason's truck. So Jason's here, and you guys remember his black Dakota RT. We did cam on it, and we did an intake manifold. He's got SpinTech headers on there. And we did a bunch of stuff, but we still got more to do. So we're gonna bring it in. He's got some suspension stuff, and I'm gonna break down these videos because we're gonna be working on it all day, so it's gonna be quite a bit of content for you guys. But we're gonna be installing suspension, and I'll have a complete DIY video for you guys on that. We're gonna probably try to fix the back suspension, just so you guys know. It doesn't, for some reason, we put some different hangers that he had on there, and the back seems like it sits a little bit, yeah, so the back sits a little bit higher on this side than the other side for some reason. So both these trucks are cammed. If you guys know, the 5.9 in my truck is gonna be coming out very shortly to put in that Hellcat engine, so we're gonna have to do as many cold starts as we can in the next week or so. So let's start them both up because we gotta move them. Okay, so we've got Jason's truck here in the garage, and if you guys haven't seen this build, this one is probably nicer than mine, honestly. He's got brand new Mopar Performance valve covers, SpinTech headers, Hughes air gap, what else? I guess a boost cam from FRP, and a bored out throttle body, which you probably can't see, but it's in there. So we're gonna grab some parts you got, right? He's got a box of parts and goodies, so we're gonna see what he's got and we'll get to work. We're gonna do a full DIY and review on these epic control arms. We got the uppers, the lowers. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys kind of the overall on this video, but for a more in-depth video, I will show you guys that video as well on this channel.
These are the Hotchkiss Coils.
Okay, so he's got rare Hotchkiss coils in the front, so his is lowered over factory, but it looks like pretty much 29 inches, I would say, right? It's pretty close to 29 to your fender flare there. All right, guys, so we just finished up with the epic control arms, and we took it for a test drive around the block just to get the suspension to settle. And I did notice some things, so I'm just gonna, just show you guys and share you guys with the experience. So first things first, the turning radius. If you guys look right here, so these are the epic control arms, as you can see. And the turning radius, it's not as far. So it is hitting on the contact pads, and I'll show you guys a difference because we have two sets of these. We were gonna put these on my truck as well, but at the moment, I don't know. So you can see here, that's lock to lock. That's as far as it goes. And I'll show you guys where it's contacting in just a second. And if I compare to my vehicle, I know it's dark outside, but hopefully you guys can get the gist of this. So there is how much further my wheel is sitting out. That's full lock because we did have to come out and compare it. So you guys should be able to see there's a large difference in turning radius. And the reason that we found out was, if you look at this, here's a stock control arm. So if you look right here, here's the epic control arm, and this is where the ball joint would be. This is a brand new one. Obviously there's another set on the truck. And if you look here, see how this is notched here, and on this side it's clearanced here. Well, this one goes straight across, and when your steering knuckle comes and turns, it contacts here. If you can look here, that's where the stop point is. So that's when you hit your lock to lock. Your knuckle actually contacts here on both control arms, your passenger and your driver, and that's where you get your full steering lock. And because this one is straight across, if you reference this, again, this bolt, if you reference that, and this one is cut back, we're losing at least 1/4 of an inch here at the knuckle, which translates to a lot more at the back of the wheel. So that's one of the issues we're facing right now. So also the nuts for your shock, you can see that there's none here, so you have to get some sort of nut in on the back. Other major thing is if you look here where your spring cup is for the bottom, I guess the cradle, you can see in reference to this flat plane here how low the spring sits. This one does not sit that low, so you can see how it's built up even on the front here compared to here. We're seeing about a 1-inch raise from installing these, and Jason was already kind of trying to go for a somewhat lower truck but still maintain ride quality. So even though he has lowering springs, he pretty much deleted his 1-inch lowering spring by installing this. So we're up, I think, what, 1 inch?
Yeah, from where we were then.
So we're up an extra inch on these. So yeah, I'm just stating the facts, guys. And not that we're trying to make more work for ourselves, but we are actually going to put the stock control arms, the lowers, back on this. We're gonna leave the uppers, but we're going back to stock lower control arms. We took around the block, it didn't settle. We don't wanna deal with that right now. We're gonna go ahead, pop off those lowers, put those back on, since Jason installed 1-inch lowering springs, and when we put this in, it pretty much just put it back to stock again. So we're gonna pop them off. It's a lot of work, but we're just gonna rip through it. Okay, boys, so some hours later, and we have the stock control arms back in on the lowers. There's that side. Here's this side. So let's go ahead, we're gonna throw it back down on the ground with the 20s back on it for now. And Jason actually wants to put his other wheels on at some point, but we're probably gonna put my black 17s on it after. But first, just so we have a true comparison, we're gonna put it back down with the 20s. Damn, there you go. Okay, so it's getting pretty late here, you guys. We just got some food and it's like 10 o'clock at night. So as you can see, if you guys are curious on these 20-inch wheels, Jason's actually selling them. So I don't think he wants to ship them, but if you're interested in these 20s, he's selling them because he's got other wheels. So these are actually coming off. We're gonna put on my 17s like I think I mentioned. Much lower. We did do a little bit of magic with the suspension to make it like that, but once we put on some normal size wheels, because these 20s are huge, the gap will be just right. We're gonna do something with the rear as well. He does have, what's the name of these front hangers again?
Western chassis.
He's got Western chassis front hangers that's supposed to have a 2-inch drop, but it looks stock to us, so we're gonna switch that up. And then check this out. Srt4 Seats. So we're gonna do something with this. I don't know, we haven't decided yet, but these seats that Jason has in here are Durango seats. They're RT Durango seats. So if you guys are interested in RT Durango seats and you're local, these are coming out. So as you can see, RT Durango seats, they're power seats, but these are coming out. Part of the thing is for some reason they sit a little bit higher with these rails too. I'm sure you guys could, you know, work some magic on them or something, but they do sit a lot higher. So they're gonna come out, and then Jason's either gonna put maybe my stock seats in here for now, so at least he can fit in this thing and drive it around. My truck's gonna be down for some time, as you guys know, with the Hellcat swap, so we'll do all that. He's got a bunch more parts, which we'll probably go over in just a second, but we got a lot of stuff on the way, you guys. Okay, so Jason has an X-brace with the drive shaft loop. He claims it doesn't take that long to put on, but after today, I don't believe him what he says. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. That box is the extra epic
Lower control arms.
Lower control arms, and I think he's got a box of uppers. They were gonna go on my truck, but after today,
we're reassessing.
We're reassessing the situation. So we're gonna have another video for you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be wrenching on this thing all day again tomorrow, so stay tuned for that video. We're just buttoning up some stuff on Jason's truck before my truck ends up getting stuck on the lift for a while, putting the Hellcat swap in. So if you guys like this video and this type of content, or have any questions on any of the parts or any of the stuff, make sure you give it a thumbs up and ask that question down below, and I'd be happy to answer it for you. So make sure you're subscribed as well. See you guys in the next video.